What brought Alex Trebek to America? That phone call.
Alex got a call from Alan Thicke, another Canadian from Northern Ontario, well known for Growing Pains, of course. He was developing a game show for NBC called Wizard of Odds.
The Wizard of Odds!
And when it came time for him to think of a host, he immediately thought of Alex Trebek.
I had accumulated 16 weeks of leave at the CBC, and I took a leave of absence, a holiday with pay, and went and auditioned for a show.
Alex auditioned for the job and got it, and in 1973 he moved to California to host Wizard of Odds.
And now here's the wily wizard himself, Alex Trebek!
I first met Alex in 1973. You just knew right away he was smart, he was smooth, in control. He has an amazing capacity to take it all in.
I started with Wizard of Odds. I did that for a year. They canceled it on Friday.
High Rollers!
They replaced it on a Monday with a show called High Rollers.
Now here's the man with the action, Alex Trebek. Thank you very much.
And it was canceled and replaced by a show called Battle Stars.
And here's the man in command, Alex Trebek.
Some game shows in the 1970s came and went rapidly.
Alex Trebek! Alex Trebek! Alex Trebek! Alex Trebek!
I've been lucky in the nearly 50 years since I arrived in the United States. I came here in '73. I've been gainfully employed for all of that time except maybe 6 months. That's a pretty good record. That's a pretty good record.
Are you the original host of these shows?
The original host on the network was Art Fleming from 1964 to 1974. We brought it back in '84.
Jeopardy was a midday game show hit for a decade. The mid-'80s saw creator Merv Griffin deciding to bring it back in an early evening time slot.
When they asked you to host Jeopardy, I heard there was one question that you asked them. What was that question?
Are you going to pay me? And they said, yeah. And I said, how much? I didn't worry about that. It was fun to have a job.
This is Jeopardy!
Or more than one.
I believe I'm the only person who hosted 3 game shows at the same time. Jeopardy, Concentration, and To Tell the Truth.
Amicably divorced from his first wife, Trebek had a career in full swing by the late 80s when he met 24-year-old Jean Currivan at a party. Within months, they were engaged.
How do you propose your wife?
I had visited Thailand, and I purchased a sapphire and diamond ring, and I invited my future wife over to my house for dinner. I said, this is a souvenir from Bangkok, Thailand. And she looked at it, and there was the ring. I didn't say a word. She ran from the room in tears. We are a crying family. What can I tell you? I cry at the opening of a door.
Alex and Jean married in 1990 and have 2 children, Matthew and Emily. And just like their marriage, this game show had staying power.
Jeopardy begins its 36th season on the air, and I'm happy to report I'm still here.
Jeopardy has remained on the air for decades, in the process making Trebek more than a mere TV host.
Do you know you're married to an icon?
He's just my husband.
But I liked it better when she would bow when I came into the house. Those days are gone.
As a pop culture figure, Trebek enjoyed stepping out from behind the podium.
There were women here in Jeopardy.
Just look.
You're feeling very sleepy.
Oh, I'm sorry, Peter. We were looking for King Louis XI.
This automotive tool is used to tighten bolts.
And let's just go from soup to nuts. He has been in one of the greatest shows of all time, The Simpsons, and he has made an appearance in one of the worst shows of all time, Baywatch.
Did you see who you just rescued? Hey, Alex. Meet Alex. Alex Trebek from Jeopardy.
I don't believe this.
And of course, there are the unforgettable Saturday Night Live parodies of Celebrity Jeopardy, in which Will Ferrell channels a deadpan Trebek as he's mercilessly taunted by Daryl Hammond as Sean Connery.
We meet again, you logger-headed, tickle-brained pumpion. Enough.
Okay. People often ask me, how did you feel about Sean Connery? And have you ever met him in person? I said, no, I haven't. But if I ever meet him, I'm going to give him one of these.
It's time for Final Jeopardy.
And so this was the Final Jeopardy. Never be afraid of poking fun at yourself. Self-deprecating humor is worth its weight in gold.
You know you're famous when you shave off your mustache and it becomes national news.
You cause quite a vibration in the nation when you put out some of your facial hair.
My wife makes the ultimate
The boss
decision.
weighed in.
And then there were the surprising things viewers learned about Alex Trebek, such as his penchant for doing his own home improvement project.
I have here every possible kind of screw. A roll of duct tape will solve any problem. Clint Eastwood said that, but in what movie? It has taken me years to redo her corner of the house. And finally I got around this past year, and she has her office redone, her bathroom, her closet. Yesterday I was up on the roof, my blower, blowing all the pine needles off there. I got 3 bags full outside.
Next time, call me. I'll get up on the roof and blow the pine needles.
No.
Why?
You wouldn't be good because you're heavier than I am.
I know, but I got good balance.
I've had those tiles up there for 25 years. I know where to walk, Alex, so that I don't break them.
I'm like a ninja. Light on my feet. Oh, man.
Ninja straight hand.
Ninja straight hand, light on the feet. Can walk on rice paper and not leave a footprint.
Oh, boy. All right.
And he wasn't kidding. ABC cameraman Sam Painter climbed up on that roof with Trebek.
He was very nice about it. And he went up the ladder first, helped me up the ladder, grabbed the camera at the top of the gutter and pulled the camera up so I could get up safely. And then he gave me the camera and we started shooting.
All right, Michael, your turn.
A trait Trebek didn't publicize, his generosity. A major donor to many charities. He often traveled to Africa for the children's relief organization World Vision. And he deeded more than 60 acres to a land conservancy in Los Angeles.
The land behind me right here at my home is part of the Trebek open space, which is what he donated. So that's a pretty precious thing, right, to have in the middle of the city. To be right smack in the middle of Hollywood and Los Angeles, to have that much open space is pretty rare.
He also supported charities in his native Canada, from the Canadian Geographical Society to the University of Ottawa, where his $10 million gift
Enough about me.
created the Alex Trebek Forum for Dialogue.
Alex was very supportive, but not only in terms of money. It was his human engagement. It was not only philanthropy, it was sheer generosity from this man.
In July 2020, his memoir, The Answer Is, Reflections on My Life, was released. And now we know why.
Money. Money's going to be a factor here. I could do a lot of good with that advance they're going to give me. And there are charities which I have already helped and have a continuing interest in helping. And I said, they will benefit immensely because all of the money is going to charity. I'm not keeping any of it.
What do you want your legacy to be?
Nice man, helped people through his charity work, was kind to everybody he encountered. You know, enjoy life, make somebody laugh. I believe laughter is one of the greatest cures that we can possibly have. It's right up there with prayer, believe me.
Up next, Alex Trebek took us behind the scenes at Jeopardy!
Here is the host of Jeopardy!
The show he loved so much.
Hi everyone, George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.